Listen now, Eschatological Moment with Pr Cristovam Filho.
Good morning, my fellow Christians. Pr Cristovam speaking from Faisal Church, our Christian church in Brazil. If you prefer Church in Christ in Brazil, it does not matter. We don't have this problem. We have other problems, but not these ones. I'm with Marquinhos. We are in our headquarters, in our beautiful church. Thank God for this. And I want to talk about the United Nations. It's very interesting what I'm going to tell you about. The United Nations was created after the Second World War to try to achieve peace, to avoid another world war and things like that. You can think that it's a very good reason to have an organism like this, an institution like this, the United Nations. But unfortunately, in the last decades, the United Nations has no meaning, in my humble opinion, because this institution has been used by the cultural Marxists, by the globalists, by many movements that are trying to destroy mankind as we know it. They are trying to destroy mankind, the Jewish Christian values. And we have many examples. For example, the gender doctrine, they are destroying the moral and the culture worldwide, is part of UNESCO plans for the world. So it started with conference in the United Nations. Now you have the example of the Great Britain, the United Kingdom has left the European Union because of sovereignty issues and because immigration plans and the immigration plans from the European Union to Great Britain and other countries are terrible. They are trying to flood the countries with hundreds of thousands of people from the Middle East, and this is a plan. It's not something that is happening just because of charity or something like that. It is because they want a Muslim world, and the Muslim movement is one of the globalist movements. We have the Chinese-Russian movement, we have the chronic capitalist movement, we have three great globalist movements, and the Muslim movement is trying to take control in Europe because Europe is already sick, spiritually speaking. And the United Nations, because of this exit from the European bloc by the United Kingdom, the United Nations is trying to put the British under pressure and use all the power that the United Nations have. For example, telling them that that in schools you cannot have religious service, Christian services. And it is interesting because the committee, the commission that is involved in something like this is composed by countries like Egypt that oblige their children to see Muslim classes, religious class according to the Muslim tradition in their own countries, and they are trying to avoid Christian children to see religious teachings in their own countries, like the Great Britain, like Wales, like England, Scotland, and places like that. So these people are hypocritical, and the United Nations cannot achieve peace anymore. The United Nations is nowadays a great divider worldwide. They are trying to put blacks against whites. They try to put gays against straights and things like that. So the United Nations, in my opinion, has to be dismantled. It's like the European Union. We are talking about two bureaucrat monsters that are trying to destroy the Christian values worldwide and the Jewish Christian values. And the United Nations represents a threat to the Western culture. And may God bless us, because this is a sign of the end of times. And may God be with us in this struggle against this powerful institution.
You have heard Eschatological Moment with Pr Cristovam Filho.